Hi, good morning.
Hi, Andrea. Welcome back. Sorry for the delay. It is like yesterday I checked my messages and yeah, I was like telling some students at 9 and some others at 7. And then they told me that they preferred at 9. It won't happen again. Yeah, but it was because I was supposed to have a test, to proctor a test today. But tomorrow, yes, I'm going to make the announcement later. So I'm going to take advantage of these minutes that we have here and show you your, I think I have yours over here. Andrea, no, Kayla, Dalma, first, I don't. I remember I had yours. Yeah. We're currently working, we're making a review and we're working with this material. Now, I added you to the group and take a look at the group. All right. And this is the material just in case you're not able to see it. So we're making a review of the book. Yeah, this unit, it says unit 1 to 3, part A, refers to those specific units, units 1, 2, and 3. So if you have a book, I can give you some minutes to check, to take a look at the book, and to try to complete, because this is a general revision. Dalma is here. Hi, Dalma.
Hi, teacher.
Hello. All right. So I remember we were working on. Let me see. We finished these two exercises. Now, if you cannot see it well here, you can open the Word document. Yeah, but I think we have already finished that. So we are here, this exercise 3. Don't worry that I'm going to upload this to a drive with the answers so you can have a chance to practice. Because we are working here in class, we're checking the exercises here, but they are in a drive. They are in a drive and the answers are there as well. We need to finish and until we started on unit 7 to 9, 4 to 6, 1 to 3. Yeah, I'm gonna put it over here. Okay, let me see. Oh, that's it, I cannot type here, I don't know why. Let me see. All right, so far we have checked units 7 to 9, A and B. There are 2 tests, and then we have worked on 4 to 6, also test A and test B. Then no, 4 to 6, no, 4 to 6. And then we have worked on 1, 2, 3. We finished this one today, A, test A, this one. Then we're going to go back to the book. We finish the book and we will continue with the test. The 10 to 12, no? 10 to 12, A and B. Yeah, those are the summative tests. This is the only one that we need to finish, this one. And then we have unit tests, unit by unit. All of them are going to be in the drive and they are going to be with the answers so that you can practice weeks before the test, prior to the test. Obviously, you're not going to practice after the test, right? And then we also are going to retake the, like the practice tests, yeah? We're gonna practice the present simple, present continuous, and present perfect here, yeah? I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes, and if you are ready, we can start now. You know, for example, as a police officer, you have these options: present simple, present continuous. You know that present continuous is impossible here because you cannot say I am liking. No, like is not a verb that can be used in the present continuous. No, as a police officer, I like the work I do because it's a habit. No, I like the way I do, habit or routine. No, this is, everyone knows that, habit or routine. Yeah, habit or routine. 2 minutes, try to complete, and if you finish, go on with the next one. Yeah, in 2 minutes, I will start. Let's get started. Let's see. Any volunteer for number 2? I'm gonna make the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see. Naomi, maybe you would like to start?
Work.
Yeah, but look at this, yeah? It says at the moment. Yeah, when it says at the moment, and this is good, yeah, so that you can actually, I'm gonna give you the recordings as well, and in the drive it will be the material. When we have always remember the words, yeah, permanent and temporary. All right, permanent and temporary. When something is permanent, you use it present simple. For example, I live here in Trujillo. Okay. You remember the pandemic. No? I'm sure you remember the time of a pandemic. So let's suppose no, that this is 2020. We're going back like three or 4 years ago. No? And I didn't want to infect my family. So I moved, right? I went to Viru. So, but it was not permanent, right? It was, even though the pandemic was extended, no? But let's suppose that we are in 2020. So you said, teacher, where do you live? Well, I live in Trujillo, but at the moment I'm staying here in Peru because I don't want to get my family infected. Understand what I'm saying? When something is temporary, you use the present continuous. All right? I am an English teacher, but at the moment I'm teaching French, for example. Okay? Permanent versus temporary. So here I'm going to say that
I am working.
Excellent, excellent. Wait a minute, my alarm. I'm working at weekends at the moment, yeah? And the most important thing is that you look at the time expression at the moment, no? And also if it says, I don't know, like this afternoon, this is like an arrangement. This would be present continuous for future, yeah? This is the present continuous for a temporary situation. Naomi, no? Dalma, what about number 3?
Which means that I often deal with problems.
Nice. How do you know that you need the present simple? Because of the adverb of frequency. Yeah, when you have adverbs of frequency, immediately, yeah, you use present. In this case, present simple, no? In some cases, it can be used with the present perfect, no? I can use the adverbs of frequency with the present perfect. For example, you can say, I have always wanted to travel to Chicago. I have always wanted to travel. But you use the adverbs of frequency with present tenses. Present, yeah? Present. Next one, number 4, Mario. When the bars and nightclubs close, no? When the bars and nightclubs close. Andrea, maybe. No, Andrea?
No, I don't know that one.
No. Yeah, don't worry about that. But in this case, it would be like the present perfect, no? I haven't got. Why? Because you say that you cannot remember a night when you remember something from the past, but it's from a period of time, right? You cannot remember a night when we haven't got a call about someone fighting or damaging property. You remember something from the past, no? And you remember over a period of time, right? And it is connected to the present because you still remember it. Yeah. So that's it. Number 5, Mario. Are you there, Mario? Not yet. Naomi, what about you? Number 5, it says already, and already makes things a lot easier. No? Are already, yet, still, no? Since, for, are present perfect expressions, no? So,
¿Me dijo a mí o?
Naomi, yes, Naomi, I said Naomi.
Okay. I have already arrested.
I've already arrested. Nice. Oh yeah, she's the police officer, no? I've already arrested several people this weekend, and it's still only Saturday night. Dalma, it
gets worse.
Yeah, you see this? Look at this. Worse and worse. Yeah, this is called a double comparative. Double comparative. Double comparatives are used for trends. Trends. What is a trend? A trend is like a tendency, right? For example, what is a tendency at present? To live in apartments. I remember when I was your age, most people, I can say 95% of people used to live in houses. But now people live in apartments. So this is a trend. And when you talk about a trend, you use the present continuous. More and more people are living in apartments these days. All right? That's it. Now, in my time, when I was in my prime, traveling, flying was pretty unusual. I mean, people used to fly, but not as frequently as they do now, right? Because there are these low-cost companies, no? So we can say more and more people are traveling, no, low-cost flights these days. Yeah? So for trends, you use, for trends with the double comparative, you use the present continuous. So how would that be?
It's getting.
It's getting, no? It's getting worse and worse. And if you analyze the sound of this, no, it's getting worse and worse. It sounds like, pretty much like this. All right.
Teacher,
Naomi.
Teacher, may I go to the bathroom, please?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. She was in two. Yeah, she's still in one. Yeah, in one cell phone, I guess. Number 7. Mario, are you there? Worse and worse. And we.
I mean, I'm not sure about number 7.
Yeah, let me help you out. It's getting worse and worse. And we
don't have?
Yeah, sure. We don't have enough. No, this is a permanent situation. Like when people complain about the police, they always complain about this. What is the problem with the police? They don't have enough officers to control the situations. So it's something that always happens, right? If you could use, as a matter of fact, you could use an adverb of frequency there, no? And we don't have. Nice, we don't have enough officers to control. Excellent, Mario. And let's move on. Maybe Andrea, you want to complete number 8. Now, look at this. Let me help you, okay?
Is it present perfect?
Yes, it is, because you have still. Still is a present perfect time expression. Still, yet, already, for, since are present perfect expressions.
But I don't know how. I'm not sure what happened. Put in there.
Try. If you need something, just ask me. For example, if you don't know the participle of catch, I can help you out with that. The past participle of catch is caught.
Wait.
And the order is the we. Sorry, repeat.
Still, not.
Still.
We would have, right? Or
we have, yes, and we still have negative. Have in negative.
Go.
Have in negative. Haven't.
I'm sorry. I heard cat in negative.
No. Have in negative.
Okay.
Haven't. And then.
Got them.
Caught. And we still haven't caught them. No? Nice. We need to quickly, etc. Yeah. And choose the correct alternative here. Naomi, are you back?
Yes.
All right. Naomi, choose the correct alternative. Yeah, you can choose.
You always live in London? No, I used to live in New York.
No, you remember that I told you last week when we talk about let me see. When we talk about used to, in some cases you can use would. All right, but it will depend. It will depend, no, how permanent the situation is. If a situation is permanent, you cannot use would. For example, live. You can never, ever use this situation. You can use would instead of used to when there is repetition in the situation. For example, play basketball, right? Play basketball. You can play basketball on the weekends or on Saturday, or on Thursdays or on Wednesdays or on weekdays, but there is frequency in the action. Understand what I'm saying? There can be frequency in the action. So I can use would in that situation. I can say, for example, I used to play basketball. I used to play basketball, right? Or I would play basketball. I would play basketball, all right? I would play basketball. Because there is frequency in that case, yeah? So this is it. And now maybe say, I used to live, no? I used to live. Yeah, and that's the right answer. I used to live. Nice. I forgot, it was Dalma, no? Dalma, it is your turn, number 2 or 3 or 4.
Did you, were you studying for the test last night?
Were you studying for the test last night? Yeah, did you used to know? Were you studying? Were you used to studying? Were you studying? No, nice. Were you studying? Nice. Okay, that was Dalma, no? Were you studying? Number 3. Number 3, Mario.
So yeah, I'm sure I will get used to eating it in the end.
I'm sure I
will get used to eating it.
do you think you like really soon? I will get used to eating, no? Nice. That's it. Because the question is, no, you will like British food. You cannot say I would eat, that's past. No, I'm used, you're referring to the past. The only difference is that now you're accustomed to. Excellent. Andrea, number 4.
We would watch TV together.
We will watch.
We would watch.
Yeah, give me a second. My battery is running out. So, oh, yeah. How did you spend your Sundays as a child? Repeat, please, Andrea.
We would watch TV together.
Yes, we would watch TV together, no? Excellent. Number 5. Number 5, I think it's Dalma. Dalma's turn. Is it difficult living in another country?
It was at first, but I am used to living abroad now.
I am used to living abroad now. Now, don't forget, yeah? Don't forget that you use be used to with ing, right? Be used to with ing. That's it. Number 6. Naomi, number 6.
What did you do last Sunday? I went for a lovely long walk.
Now, in this case, you cannot use would or you cannot use used to because the question is very specific. What did you do last Sunday? Specific day. When? Last Sunday. This is for frequency or past habit, no? We are not talking about past habit, so we cannot use would, we cannot use used to. Remember that used to, sorry, used to is like the past of usually. You use usually for present habit, and you use used to for past habit. So usually at present, used to in the past. Number 5, complete the sentences using the prompts in brackets and any other necessary words. We had any volunteers? We had, let me see. Yeah, we're gonna practice so plus, give me a second, please. So plus adjective plus that, yeah, or such plus a or an plus adjective plus noun plus that. Yeah, try to complete. I will be back. Someone is knocking on my door. All right. All right. Number 1, we had Mario. Mario.
I'm not sure about that one. So yeah, we had a wonderful day.
That. Look at this. I am explaining here.
And the problem is that, yes, I see that.
So how do you say we had? Naomi, number 1.
We had such
Yeah.
a
Such.
wonderful day that I wanted to stay longer.
Nice. We had such a wonderful day. No, all you have to do is to look at the formula here, because you have wonderful, which is an adjective, and day, which is a noun. So can you use so? No, you use such. But don't forget the article. If this is in singular, you have to use a or an. No, if you use plural, then you can omit the article. So you can say, for example, if this sentence were in plural, it would be like, we had such wonderful days. No, you cannot say because you know that our and no, is for plural. Nice, Naomi. Number 2, Andrea, there were, here you have that.
How many people?
There were?
There were so many.
There were so many, people is there, no? There were so many people at the concert that I couldn't move. And then, the relationship is cause and consequence. What is the cause? That there were so many people at the concert. And what was the consequence? I couldn't move. No? Number three, Dalma.
He was happier than I expected.
He was happier than, no? In this case, this is a regular comparative, no difficulties. So number four, Mario.
You must be so excited about the race tomorrow.
You've been training, no? You must be excited. This is the present modal, present modal. Don't forget, for the past modal, you have to use a perfect form, no? For example, this sentence in past tense would be, you must have been excited about the race yesterday. You must have been. Nice. Mario, no? Mario. Andrea, number 5, that is?
So far, but I don't know if it's because it has to be interesting as well in there. That is so far the most interesting book I ever read.
I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah.
When it says far, you have to use the superlative form. For example, here, the most interesting book. And also, another element that helps you decide is the use of a present perfect. The present perfect is used with the superlative. Superlative plus, no? Present perfect. For example, you say, this is the best movie I have ever seen. Paris is the greatest city I have ever been to. The most interesting book I have ever read. Now, in this expression, teacher, far is when you want to exaggerate even more, no? Because using the superlative with using the superlative with the present perfect is already an exaggeration, but you want to go further, because people exaggerate from time to time. So you're gonna say by far, and then the superlative, and then the present perfect. Can you complete it now? By far. Go on, Andrea.
Most interesting.
There you go. The most interesting book I've ever read. And you can see, the exaggeration is there. Listen to it. That is by far the most interesting book I've ever read. No, the book is good, but people sometimes enjoy exaggerating. Number 6, Dalma.
He's a lot taller than I remember.
He's a lot taller than I remember. It's a lot taller than I remember. Number 7 was Naomi.
Climbing Everest is so dangerous.
So dangerous.
That many people die climbing.
Nice. In this case, I'm giving you an adjective.
No, sorry, I confused.
Yeah, it's okay. No, in this case, I'm giving you an adjective only, so you use so. But if I give you, for example, an adjective and a noun, a dangerous mountain, so you have to say, Everest is such a dangerous mountain that a lot of people die climbing. Yeah, don't forget, the trick is here. So plus adjective plus that, or such plus a or an plus adjective plus noun plus that. Number 8, Mario.
It can be James. It can be James. He's in Rome.
It can be, no? It can be. Impossibility. You use can't for impossibility. Can be. James is in Rome. Impossible. Number 6, narrative tenses. Remember that for the narrative tenses, you will need to practice past continuous, and then you will need to practice the simple past, and then also the present perfect, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Yeah, those are the main tenses. So let's see. For example, here it says while. Look, while. I already know. In this case, I have to use the past continuous and the simple past. The past continuous for the activity that was in progress at the moment, and the simple past for the second activity or the activity that interrupts the activity in progress. No, for example, while I was watching a movie yesterday, no, someone called me. No, that would be like the most typical example. Number 1, Dalma.
While I was waiting at the bus stop, I saw my teacher.
While I was waiting, no? While I was waiting at the bus stop, I saw. That's it. I saw my teacher. Nice. Now me, number 2, as soon as he, I have this adverbial clause. As soon as
He started feeling better. He get out of the bed.
In this case, these two activities are in the past. No? No? For example, he started feeling better and then he
got out of the bed.
This is sequence only. Yeah, sequence. One activity after the other, both in the past. No? For example, I can also say after he started feeling better, he got out of bed. Yeah, one activity followed by another, but both of them are in the past. Number 3, Mario. Mario.
It was not raining when we came out.
Yeah, repeat please.
It was not raining when we came out of the building.
It wasn't raining, no? It wasn't raining when we...
It was not raining.
It
wasn't raining.
When we came out. Great, Mario. Andrea, look, for very long. Very long.
She wasn't reading for a very long before she heard a noise outside.
She wasn't reading. Yeah, that's a possibility. But if you want to focus, no, because look at this. If you say she wasn't reading, it's similar to number 1. It's like one activity interrupted the activity in progress. But in this case, there is no interruption because it says before. Yeah. So here it's okay. Before she heard. But here I'm gonna help you out. This is the past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous. Can you remember? The past perfect continuous is similar to the present perfect, but instead of saying has or have, you say had in past tense, no? Had. Past perfect continuous. This one. Can you do it, Andrea? She
hadn't.
Excellent. Hadn't. What else?
You hadn't read?
She hadn't been. It's easy. I'm gonna show you. Yeah? Look at these two. This is past perfect. No, past perfect because you have a combination of had and the participle. So this is a past perfect. And the last two, these two over here, is continuous because it's a combination of be and the verb in ing. So past perfect continuous. Yeah, in English, most tenses are similar. So you can build them by the name. You just recall the name and you have it. Yeah. Number 5, Dalma, everyone.
Everyone was sleeping when I arrived home late last night.
Was sleeping when I arrived, no? Arrived home last night. Excellent, Dalma. Everyone was sleeping. Continue, Naomi.
I hadn't met
I
Angela before.
met. I hadn't met Angela before she
came out with us.
Before she came out with us last night. Excellent. Next one, Mario. Number 7, Mario.
Was the film already begun? Bueno, was the film?
It says already, so you need a perfect tense. Can you remember the perfect tense before the other one? Yeah, I'm gonna help you out. Here you need the past perfect only. Past perfect, this one, past perfect. And here you need the simple past.
So it's begun, well, and what? Yeah, I know that, but is
So it's gonna be had the film
began
already.
It's began to actually, because there was already in there, so.
Oh yeah, had the film begun already, no? Yeah.
That's why I was.
Yeah.
Kind of
confused.
When you go to the cinema.
When you go. Excellent. That's it. Past perfect. And here there is a mistake, no? It's began with you. Had the film already began, no? When you got to the cinema. Next one, number 8, Andrea. By the time.
You reached.
Excellent. She reached the finish line.
There is as well the, how do you call it? The one that we did before that she hadn't been reading. It is the same tense.
That number 7.
Another, yeah, it is the same tense. Or
actually, it's similar to number 4.
no,
it's similar to number 4 because here you use the past, and here you have to use the past perfect continuous.
She had been running.
She had been running for hours. Now, every time you put emphasis on the duration, no, is the past perfect continuous. No, look, for very long, you put emphasis on the duration of the action. She had been running. All right, there you go. Multiple choice cloze. This is part 1, no? Multiple choice cloze. Here you have the options, and here you have the spaces. Right? 1 or 2 minutes. Try to read and complete. All right. Let's get started. Number one, working as a novelist is actually Dalma.
Working as a novelist is actually much more difficult.
Yes. Much more, no? Letter D. Number two, Mario. Number two says, I decided.
And it's by far, letter C.
By far, no? You can see by far, and here it is the superlative, no? The hardest thing. The hardest, the superlative, and the present perfect. No? That's it. Naomi, number three.
I have ever done.
I have ever, no? So we are recycling the expressions. Next one, Andrea. I know another writer who.
I don't know if it's would. Can?
Try.
Oh.
What is it?
It's would. A.
Would. I know another writer who would, no? I know another writer who would camp in the woods and write all day in the library, no? Who would? Because it's a used to, no? That's it. Now, in this case, it cannot be used to because there will be like two right options. Number five. Now, Dalma, number five, it's.
It can have been much fun.
It can have been. It can have been much fun, but often that's what you have to do to be successful, no? Number six. Number six, Andrea.
And I just finished. Right.
Was published last year, and what is it? And I've just. Very recently, no? I just finished writing my second. However, Naomi.
However, I haven't found anyone to publish it yet.
Yet, negative. Yeah? Negative, when you use negative with yet. And Mario, finish it.
I keep trying and thinking that one day my novel might be turned into a big Hollywood film.
Might, no? Might be turned into a big Hollywood film. Might. There you are. And we have this open close. This is part two in the test. No, this is the close where you have no options. Now, 1 minute, try to complete.
Teacher, what is the answer of number 8?
Number 8, might. Possibility. Might be turned into a big Hollywood movie. right? Number 1, although Vicky has been my best friend for years, Andrea,
We have hardly anything in common.
in common, nice. Mario, number 2, in fact, we're such different personalities
That.
Naomi, number 3, I'm quite shy and it takes me a long time to. When we talk about used to, there are 3 possibilities. Used to, the other one is get used to, and the other one is be used to.
Get.
No? Get used to. I'm quite shy, it takes me a long time to get used to. To get used to new people. Nice. Dalma.
We became best friends as soon as we met.
As soon as we met in primary school. Nice. Andrea, number 5. I thought she might feel lonely,
I
but
thought she might be lonely, but by the time.
By the time. But by the time. But by the time her first day at school finished, she had made friends with everyone and soon became one of Mario.
The most
One
popular.
of the. One of the most popular kids, superlative, no? Naomi, number 7, I'm much less talkative. Naomi.
Much less talkative than.
Comparative. Remember that the comparative can be more, but it can also be less. I'm more talkative than, or I'm less talkative than. No? Dalma, we get
along really well together.
Yes. We get along is one possibility. I think it's American, and the other one is get on. Let me show you here. Get on and get along. Any of them, yeah? Phrasal verbs. Get on. Get on, look at this. Get on, also get along. Used to talk or ask about how well somebody is doing in a particular situation. No, so let's suppose that you finish school and you start university. So probably your parents or uncles and aunts will ask you, how are you getting along? Or how are you getting on? No, if you are making friends, no, your relative is asking you if you're making friends, no. Look at the examples. He's getting on very well at school, no. He's making lots of friends, maybe. How did you get on at the interview? No, was the interview fine? No, did you answer all the questions? Were you nervous? How did you get on at the interview? No, to talk about how well somebody is doing in a particular situation. All right, now let's move on. Let's continue here and get on or get along. Yeah? It says word formation. Here you have to form words so that they fit here in the context. So number 1, for example, it says, who said holidays were fun? Going on holiday is usually quite an, where are we here? No, quite an, any volunteer for that? Quite an attractive, yeah? Attractive idea, but my last holiday was a nightmare. Continue, I forgot. Andrea, number 2.
The travel agent was really unorganized.
Was really?
Unorganized?
Oh, that's not an. Another, you remember the prefixes? It can be an, it can be air, it can be ill, it can be this, it can be in. Which one would you choose?
This.
Disorganized. And is for a different situation. Unreasonable, for example. Disorganized here, no? Disorganized. Nice, Andrea. Mario, that he also had booked me on the
incorrect flight.
Incorrect flight. Incorrect flight. Number 4. Number 4. Dalma, number 4.
Then I realized that he also had booked me on the number 4, which made me very impatient.
Are you sure?
I'm confused about the pronunciation.
Impatient. Yeah. And the problem here is I mean, like language interference. Sometimes, sometimes our, Spanish interferes, because in Spanish you say, for example, I don't know, dissatisfied. Do you want to say dissatisfied, no? But in Spanish you say insatisfecho, no? Okay? And the problem is that o sea, existe el que hace sonar, ¿no? Como insatisfecho, insatisfied. Podemos terminar diciendo eso. Entonces, what is the point here? That you have to be really careful with this, because your language one, Spanish, will interfere in some situations, not always, but they know, because they study this, they study the results of the tests, they know that depending on your language, which is your weakness, they know which type of words would usually make mistakes on. And for sure, there will be 1 or 2 of these incorrect ones. So practice the most difficult ones. Practice for 5 minutes only, but do it in a regular basis so that you don't make the same mistakes. Yeah. In this case, it is impatient. Nice, impatient. Continue, number 5. I think it's Naomi. Naomi.
With in the end, I got a seat on another flight, but then it was delayed. Disappeared?
It was delayed. Continue. What is it?
Disappeared? There was a storm in?
No, because you have, here, appear, there was a storm at my destination. Apparently. Apparently, comma, yeah. Transition, you need a transition here. Apparently, there was a storm at my destination. Andrea, number 6, my seat was next to an
unpleasant child.
Unpleasant, no? Unpleasant. Now here the pronunciation is please. Notice the change in the pronunciation. Huh? You don't say unpleasant, no, unpleasant. And if you have any doubts, the dictionary will clear up all of them. Unpleasant, unpleasant, yeah, unpleasant. If you wanna take a look at this. All right. Listen.
Unpleasant.
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 That's it. Unpleasant. Nice, Andrea. Mario, number 7. The parents took no
responsibility and just ignored it.
responsibility. Remember, look at the spelling. Yeah, the pronunciation is responsibility, but you write it like, you spell it like responsibility with I, right? The same as sometimes, for example, write it like this, but it sounds like pajamas. You don't say pajamas, you say pajamas. Sometimes, in very few occasions, it's not very common in English, but sometimes this letter is pronounced a responsibility, and sometimes this letter is pronounced like pajamas. Yeah, gotta be careful with that. And the last one, Andrea, when I finally, oh, there's a mistake, no? When I got there, no, it's when finally I got there, or when I finally got there, but not when I got there, no. Continue, please.
The holiday was so disappointing.
Disappointing, no? Disappointed that I never want to leave my house again. There you are. And we're about to finish here. Let's continue with this one, keyword transformation, no? This, here you have to reformulate the sentence, the original sentence, using, no, the word given, and trying not to change the original meaning of the sentence. For example, number one says, I'm sure he's frustrated about the test result. Now, you're gonna use the modal must to say, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. 1 or 2 minutes, yeah, to start. So please. One more minute. Ready? Okay, number one. Any volunteer for number one? I'm sure, no? He's frustrated about the test result. Dalma, want to try number 1?
The test result must have been frustrating for him.
I'm sure he's frustrated, no? About the test result. Yeah, the test result must have been, no? A past situation. The test result must have been frustrating for him. Yeah, here must means that he's sure, no? Have been a past situation, no? Because the test was taken in the past and he probably saw the results in the past as well. Excellent, Dalma. Naomi?
She could.
Could means that it's possible.
Cool.
He will think of an original idea. Yeah. In this case, you need a phrasal verb, yeah? And the phrasal verb has 3 words. If you don't know the phrasal, that's gonna be a little harsh, but I'm gonna help you out. He could, yeah? He could
Stay.
means, yeah, I'm gonna give you the phrasal, but please take notes, yeah? The thing is come up with. Come up with something means to find or produce an answer, a sum of money, etc. Look at this, with ideas. She came up with a new idea for increasing sales. How soon can you come up with the money to produce? In this case, it says he will think of an original idea, no? Which means produce an original idea. And it's future, so you say he could come up with. He could come up with an original idea. With is there. He could come up with. You see, they give you here the preposition here, which indicates the use of this phrasal verb. Yeah. Number 3, Mario.
It's that the boy that you used to go out for.
Is that the boy you went out with before? No. Yeah. Repeat, please. Is that
the boy that you used to go out? Oh, okay. Wait. No, it's not. Is that the boy? Is I think is you used to go out with that boy?
yeah, but remember that it's a question, so it's did.
Did you used to go?
Go. Did you used to go out, no? With that boy? Did you used to go out with that boy? Yeah. Nice. Andrea, number 4.
The British diet is not as healthier as the Mediterranean diet.
Just one correction. Small. Isn't as, repeat, continue please. Isn't as
Healthier as.
healthy. Because healthier is a comparative itself. Isn't as healthy as. Got it?
Okay.
Perfect. Dalma, number 5.
Rob and I didn't used to get along with her.
Rob and I didn't used to get
along. Get on
Yeah, but if they give you on, try not to change it. Get on
with
What-
her.
with, no?
Yes.
Mhm. Get on with, no? Perfect. Naomi, number 6.
I didn't start playing. No, I didn't start football. I don't know.
Yeah, it's harsh. It's harsh. I have to acknowledge that it's harsh. Now, but you can start thinking like this, yeah? Stop playing a sport. Stop playing a sport means to give up. Yeah.
Give up. Give up.
Give up. Now, what else? If they give you the participle given, it's because you're going to use the present perfect or the past perfect here, no? And I think it's a past perfect because you used before. So both activities, activity 1 and activity 2, are in the past, but one is before the other, so it's past perfect. I didn't start football, and then you're gonna say had given up playing tennis, but it says before. So first you stop playing tennis, no? So here's gonna be until. I didn't start football until I had given up. Yeah, I didn't start. Practice with until. Sometimes until is a little hard to get. Until I had given up. Yeah, but you can reformulate a sentence with before with a sentence with until. Next one is Naomi. No, Naomi. Dalma, I think it's your turn. No, you said number 5, Dalma. Andrea. Andrea, please.
We may not miss the last bus.
Perhaps we didn't miss the last bus. Perhaps we didn't miss the last bus. Continue. We may
not the last bus.
we may not. Continue.
Missed.
But it's past. If you say we may not miss, it is present or future. But here in number 7 is clear. Perhaps we didn't miss, past tense. And yeah, I'm gonna help you out. When you have a modal, may, might, must, can, etc. When you want to refer to the past, you have to use a perfect tense. Like, for example, we may not have. This is a perfect tense. All we need now is a participle of miss. What is the past participle? Missed. We may not have missed the last bus. Practice this, yeah? Practice past modals. Practice past modals. And here, number 8, Mario.
I don't know actually what word he turned it out. I don't know.
We finish our meal and then he arrived. Yeah. If you don't know, it's because the phrasal, yeah, the phrasal for when a person appears, the phrasal is turn up. Turn up is a phrasal. Yeah, is yeah. You know, when for example, when we have like number 6, by using inference, no, you can actually try to at least get a point. But you gotta be honest with yourself and do not waste time in the test, because you're gonna need every minute is valuable in the test. So if you need a phrasal verb that you don't know, it's better to go on with the next questions. In this case, it's turn up. It says we finished our meal and then he arrived. He turned up after we finished. No, he turned up after we finished. Nice. We finished. He turned up after we finished. Yeah, we finished. Or you can also say after we had finished. That's another possibility. That's perfect as well. Yeah. And that's it. That's pretty much it. No, that's pretty much it. And let me stop sharing here. And now it's time for us to go to our books. Please open your books. Now we're going to continue working our books.
Teacher,
And yes,
I need to leave the session because I need to go to take a photo for my certificate of Excel, and I have to entregar the photo until 11 a.m.
deliver
Yes.
the picture.
Deliver.
Will you be back?
I don't know because I need to go for Fatima to go to take the
Okay.
photo.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's it. Just drop me a message. That's enough. Right? There
Okay.
we go. Mhm.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, see you. Have a good day. Now, here we are. This is the book. We are about to finish. I'm gonna give you some time to, to open the books. Now I want to know, I can remember exactly where we were. And if someone can help me out here. I remember working here. Yeah, we did this. Conditionals, please practice conditionals. Yeah, because the next week or the next class, we're gonna check units 10 to 12. No, 10 to 12, and 10 to 12 includes this one, this part over here. This is unit 11. Yeah, please check the conditionals. Even the mixed conditionals are included here in this test. Yeah, conditional 0, 1, 2, 3, and also the mixed conditionals. Now, here we are. We're gonna work on this listening test, but I want you to first complete this part over here. You are going to listen to an interview about fashion, yeah? First, check the meaning of the expressions below. Outrageous, craze, outfit, behind the scenes, thick skin. You can do your research. I mean, you can find in the dictionary if you want. I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes, all right? I think I'm not, sorry, I'm not sharing. Here we are in the book. We are over here, no? Page 122 in the book, but in the PDF, it is page 120. Complete this exercise, exercise 1.
I'm sorry, what was the number of the page? Which page was?
Andrea?
Which page was? Sorry.
Oh, yes, in the book, I haven't opened this, no? I'm gonna share from the Microsoft Edge, yeah? Microsoft Edge, which is a much more comfortable program. I'm gonna open it there. Yes, Microsoft Edge, here we are. It is in the PDF, it is 120. All right, 120. But in the book, it is 122, number 1. All right. There we go. All right. Number 1, volunteer for number 1. Let me see, Dalma.
I want to get a hat like that. It's the latest up and coming in Paris.
Is the latest up and coming, no? Nice. Is the latest up and coming. Oh, this is not, oh. All right. Dalma, I mean, like, I have the book open in Microsoft Edge and in Acrobat. Which one are you seeing? The one in, you see me, I am editing here. Can you see me editing?
Yes.
Okay, so you are in the right one. Up and coming, no? Up and coming. Nice. So if you want to, just to confirm, no, you put up and coming, just to confirm. Likely to be successful and popular in the future, like trendy, yeah, trendy. So up and coming means trendy. I want to recommend you that whenever you have, for example, you're sure, probably you don't know what up and coming means, but you know the rest. So by the process of elimination, no, you get the right answer. But take your time. It will take you probably 30 seconds, 40 seconds at most to make sure that's the right expression that you need to use. Believe me that all this effort will pay off. Yeah, take your time, do it. Don't get lazy. Like saying, I'm sure this up and coming means trendy, so yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time. Take the time. Yeah, it will pay off eventually because you are more likely to remember it in the future if you take your time not to take a look at the dictionary, etc. Andrea, number 2, we were able to go.
We were able to go behind the scenes and see how the clothes were made.
Behind the scenes, no? Behind the scenes. Oh, sorry. Here we are, behind the scenes. Nice. Continue, please. Behind the scenes. Number 3, Mario.
Outrageous. Some of the clothes are so outrageous that no
Outrageous.
one wants to wear.
Outrageous. What is the meaning of outrageous? Outrageous, scandalous, offensive, and unacceptable. For example, a behavior, outrageous behavior, offensive, no? Outrageous here in the book, outrageous clothes, scandalous, right? Number 4, Andrea, the models looked
Impressive as they walk down the catwalk.
The catwalk, don't forget the catwalk. What is it? Catwalk, runway. Yeah, the long stage that models walk on during a fashion show, no? The long walk. In Spanish, it's pasarela. Yeah, a catwalk model or a catwalk show. Nice. Dalma, number 5, I need a new.
I need a new outfit.
Perfect. Number 6, Mario.
You have to be very aggressive because it's a cutthroat business.
Cutthroat, no?
Cutthroat
business. Andrea, number 7, he's an.
I'm not sure. Thick skin?
Yeah.
Crust. How would you pronounce the other word? Craze? Classic?
Which one? Craze.
Craze,
Yes.
okay.
But you cannot say craze because this is an.
No.
It will be a.
Thick skin is the only one. So
No, thick skin is here.
Teacher,
It's
Yes.
great.
I
in
think
number
there's a mistake,
7,
no?
in number 7 is not outrageous.
Number 3 is
Outrageous, sis, you said outrageous.
in number 7.
Yes, it's not outrageous.
I think it's let me see.
Yeah, because number 2 could be
it's
thick
the
skin.
latest.
So down 91.
No, thick skin is number 8.
Oh,
When nothing affects you because you are thick skin.
okay.
Nothing can, nothing can affect you. Thick skin. I think there will be like craze is number 1. I think. Yeah, let's see. Craze, enthusiastic, interesting, something that is shared by many people, but that usually does not last very long. A thing that people have a craze for, like a fad, a fashion, no, that is temporary. The latest fitness craze. So I think I want to get a hat like that. It's a latest craze. Here, up and coming is about the actor. Look, you remember even here in the dictionary, up and coming, no, up and coming refers to an actor. Look, likely to be successful and popular in the future. Up and coming young actors, right? It seems like the adjective is used with people, no? With people. So this is it. Up and coming here, and here is craze. Craze, behind the scenes, outrageous. Cutthroat, let's see, cutthroat. Cutthroat, competitive, in which people compete with each other in aggressive and unfair ways. The cutthroat world of politics and business as well, no? So this is okay. Now everything is okay. There you go. Now, we're going to listen. I'm going to repeat because you have a chance to listen to it twice. But you will hear an interview with a fashion designer called Giles Watson. Yeah. I wanted to take a look at this. In case you don't have a book, no, you can take a screenshot from here and from the other part as well. Yeah, I'm going to compare. I'm going to share this with you. Yeah, I'm going to share this with you. Confirm that you can hear, please.
Unit 11.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, all right. Yeah, listen, please.
Page 122. Exercise 2. Listening, Part 4. You will hear an interview with a fashion designer called Giles Watson. For questions 1 to 7, choose the best answer, A, B, or C.
Joining us this morning is Giles Watson, an up-and-coming figure in the world of fashion. Giles, thank you for coming into the studio today.
My pleasure.
What initially attracted you to the fashion world?
I'll have to go a long way back to answer that one. In fact, back to my final year at school. I'd always been interested in graphic design, and I'd done quite a bit of research into courses at different universities. We were all about to fill in our application forms, and I'd chosen the courses I liked best. Anyway, a friend asked me to go with her to a fundraising fashion show that some of the final year students were putting on. I was so impressed, I decided at that moment that this was something I might enjoy doing myself.
So, presumably, you ended up not doing a degree in graphic design?
That's about it.
And was the course as good as you expected it to be?
Oh, absolutely. Better, in fact. It was a BA Honours degree at Middlesex University. The campus was just outside London. They taught us all the traditional technical skills, pattern cutting, garment making, creative design. Our first project was designing a shirt. Sounds easy, but it was a real challenge.
Yes, I can imagine. Shirts aren't the easiest things to make. But those traditional technical skills you mentioned must have changed dramatically over the years.
Absolutely. In fact, these days you need a lot of computer skills as well as traditional design skills. We worked on a very high-tech menswear project using a computer-aided design program where we had to recreate an outfit based on a top fashion house designer's latest style. We had to create a range of our own designs based on that.
And do you feel the fashion design course prepared you for the work in the fashion industry?
It certainly gave us the grounding we needed, but nothing can really prepare you for what it's like to work every day in what is a real cutthroat business. There's so much competition out there. You've got to be really talented and a bit pushy if you're going to succeed.
I can see that. But it must be very satisfying to see your own designs being paraded up and down the catwalk.
Of course it is, but there's a lot goes on behind the scenes that most people aren't aware of. It's a tough life for the models as well. In fact, they've now brought out a law in some countries stating that fashion houses can only use models who aren't too slim and unhealthy looking. There were a lot of complaints about companies parading their designs using models like this. It was giving the wrong message by suggesting unhealthily thin figures were the ideal. Companies can actually be fined quite a considerable sum of money for doing this now.
And what kinds of clothes do you personally like wearing?
Well, I usually wear a simple suit and neutral colours, greys or black. I think a few carefully selected accessories transform the outfit into something elegant and versatile.
So what's the motivation behind your designs?
My aim is to make stylish clothes which people want to buy. They should be elegant, but also distinctly wearable. I'm not interested in creating outrageous designs based on the latest craze. It's no use making something that looks magnificent on the catwalk, but makes you feel uneasy when you move.
I'm all for that. But would you recommend fashion design as a career for undergraduates?
Well, from my point of view, there's nothing like it. There are some excellent courses out there, which are both stimulating and challenging. As for the fashion scene itself, it's a vibrant world, and it's always changing. There's never a dull moment, but you have to be thick-skinned and able to stand the pace. Not everybody makes a success of it financially, so you need to keep ahead of the competition. It's certainly not for softies.
Giles, many thanks for talking to us today. You may well have encouraged some new talent to consider working in the industry.
All right, second time.
Unit 11, page 122, Exercise 2, Listening, Part 4. You will hear an interview with a fashion designer called Giles Watson. For questions 1 to 7, choose the best answer, A, B, or C.
Joining us this morning is Giles Watson, an up-and-coming figure in the world of fashion. Giles, thank you for coming into the studio today.
My pleasure.
What initially attracted you to the fashion world?
I'll have to go a long way back to answer that one. In fact, back to my final year at school, I'd always been interested in graphic design, and I'd done quite a bit of research into courses at different universities. We were all about to fill in our application forms, and I'd chosen the courses I liked best. Anyway, a friend asked me to go with her to a fundraising fashion show that some of the final year students were putting on. I was so impressed, I decided at that moment that this was something I might enjoy doing myself.
So, presumably, you ended up not doing a degree in graphic design?
That's about it.
And was the course as good as you expected it to be?
Oh, absolutely. Better, in fact. It was a BA Honours degree at Middlesex University. The campus was just outside London. They taught us all the traditional technical skills, pattern cutting, garment making, creative design. Our first project was designing a shirt. Sounds easy, but it was a real challenge.
Yes, I can imagine. Shirts aren't the easiest things to make. But those traditional technical skills you mentioned must have changed dramatically over the years.
Absolutely. In fact, these days you need a lot of computer skills as well as traditional design skills. We worked on a very high-tech menswear project using a computer-aided design program where we had to recreate an outfit based on a top fashion house designer's latest style. We had to create a range of our own designs based on that.
And do you feel the fashion design course prepared you for the work in the fashion industry?
It certainly gave us the grounding we needed, but nothing can really prepare you for what it's like to work every day in what is a real cutthroat business. There's so much competition out there. You've got to be really talented and a bit pushy if you're going to succeed.
I can see that. But it must be very satisfying to see your own designs being paraded up and down the catwalk.
Of course it is. But there's a lot goes on behind the scenes that most people aren't aware of. It's a tough life for the models as well. In fact, they've now brought out a law in some countries stating that fashion houses can only use models who aren't too slim and unhealthy looking. There were a lot of complaints about companies parading their designs using models like this. It was giving the wrong message by suggesting unhealthily thin figures were the ideal. Companies can actually be fined quite a considerable sum of money for doing this now.
And what kinds of clothes do you personally like wearing?
Well, I usually wear a simple suit and neutral colours, greys or black. I think a few carefully selected accessories transform the outfit into something elegant and versatile.
So what's the motivation behind your designs?
My aim is to make stylish clothes which people want to buy. They should be elegant, but also distinctly wearable. I'm not interested in creating outrageous designs based on the latest craze. It's no use making something that looks magnificent on the catwalk, but makes you feel uneasy when you move.
I'm all for that. But would you recommend fashion design as a career for undergraduates?
Well, from my point of view, there's nothing like it. There are some excellent courses out there, which are both stimulating and challenging. As for the fashion scene itself, it's a vibrant world, and it's always changing. There's never a dull moment. But you have to be thick-skinned and able to stand the pace. Not everybody makes a success of it financially, so you need to keep ahead of the competition. It's certainly not for softies.
Giles, many thanks for talking to us today. You may well have encouraged some new talent to consider working in the industry.
All right. Yes. Okay, nice. Number one, let me see, maybe Dalma or Andrea. Dalma, are you there?
Yes, Giles applied to do a degree in fashion and design because I'm not sure, but I think it's letter B.
He suddenly realized, no, that's what he wanted to do when a friend invited him to attend one, no, to attend a fashion and design show. The course was highly recommended by a friend. No, the friend only asked him to accompany him or her. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but that's it. I mean, the friend didn't recommend anything. Nice. Andrea, number 2.
How did Giles feel about the degree he took? It involved a huge amount of hard work.
A huge amount of work.
Is that or the last one?
The last one. It was better than he expected. Yeah, that's what he mentions, no? It was even better than he expected. Nice. Mario, number 3.
Number 3 is letter B, I think.
Letter B. No. Giles and the interviewer agree that the fashion industry is more high-tech than it used to be. He said that computers, no? There are a lot of computers now. And the interviewer says yes, no? So she agrees with what he says. Nice. Number 4, Dalma.
Letter B.
Letter B. Doing the fashion design course. It taught him the basics of the industry. Yes. That's the right answer. Next one, Andrea.
Letter A. The type of catwalk models company use.
The type of catwalk models, no? He says that there was a new law, no? Trying to regulate how thin the catwalk models are, no? They have to look healthy. Nice. Number 5A. Mario, number 6.
My internet was kind of like unstable.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what about maybe Dalma?
Letter A.
Can you read, please?
How much customers are willing to pay for them?
What is the motivation behind Giles' designs? No. Because he mentions, remember, he mentions that he works on designs that not only look well on the catwalk, but also that you feel good when you wear them. So it's letter C. How comfortable is to wear them. He puts a lot of emphasis on that. They should not only look well in the catwalk, but also when you put them on. Number 7, Andrea.
The letter D, you need to be taught to survive.
You need to be tough. Tough to survive, no? To survive. Because it's a cutthroat business, no? Nice. That's it. And well, speaking for the next one, we're gonna finish with these 3 questions. Yeah. This is similar to part 4. No, in part 4 of a speaking test, in part 4, you are asked to give your opinions on familiar topics. So let's suppose that part 3 is about, fashion. Then you can be sure that in part 4, you will be answering questions about fashion. So here we have the questions. Are the clothes you wear very important to you, and why? So more important than what you say is how you support your opinion, how you defend your position. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes and then I wanna listen to you. We're gonna have a short discussion on this. Question number 2 is, what do you prefer when choosing an outfit? That it is stylish, unique, or comfortable? Always try to explain. Yeah. Number 3, do you think that fashion and models can send the wrong message to people about appearances? If you say so, why? If you say no, why not? Yeah. Practice the 3 questions because I can ask you any of them. All right, let's go ahead. 3 minutes for that. 30 seconds. Okay, time is up. I'm gonna start by Mario. Mario, are the clothes you wear very important to you?
Not a lot. I think the reasons is that I like that I look great, good, I guess. But I prefer being comfortable, the comfort in my clothes. For example, right now we're in summer and like to use shorts or in general some kind of t-shirts that are just a plain color. Yeah, I prefer simple over just stylish.
Yeah, excellent. And don't you think this is a perfect opportunity for using contrast, like trying to express that with although or however? Remember, the structure sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay, Mario. But I mean, like, think about that, right? Probably you didn't use although now, but this is a perfect opportunity for you to consider using these structures with partial opposition, with however, although. You can even use though. Yeah, you can even use though. I'm gonna give you an example. Though, for example, here, no, you can say, and also, Andrea, I think you were not here when I gave that recommendation. So these questions are specifically designed for you to use partial opposition, like longer structures. For example, although, yeah, although I don't know, I enjoy wearing fancy clothes, yeah, comma, I, although I enjoy wearing fancy clothes, I would rather be comfortable. Comfortable here, sorry. Yeah, I would rather be comfortable. Now, you can say I enjoy wearing fancy clothes. Oh, sorry. I enjoy wearing fancy clothes, period. I would rather be comfortable. Though. Yeah, this is the way you use though. In number one, you can see it's only one sentence. Yeah, only one sentence, a long one, separated by a comma, but it's only one sentence. In number two, you have two sentences, sentence one and sentence two. Yeah, and you use though after the comma. You can use however. However is similar to this one, but there is a difference. Yeah, there is a difference. For example, you say like this. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. You put however here. However, comma, I enjoy wearing fancy clothes. However, I would rather be comfortable. All right, I would rather be comfortable. So you have three different ways: although, though, however. Additionally, you can do your own research with all even though, and there's one more. I cannot remember right now. Even though, yeah. Anyways, that's it. What else? Let's continue with number two. Andrea, question number two.
What do well, what I do prefer is being comfortable, as Mario says. It's not like such a big deal for me. For the first time in the morning, I take the first trouser, the t-shirt that I see and put it on. So it's not such a big deal. But I think it's obviously being comfortable, but also like
Yeah,
that doesn't look bad. Let's say it like that. But it's different. For example, if you go to a party, I think the things change a little bit. because you have to be comfortable as well, but you have to be for yourself, obviously, like good looking for yourself, that you feel comfortable and you like what you're seeing in the mirror, you know?
Right,
And
of course.
I think that's
Mhm. Great, great, Andrea. I see you're using, look at this. Yeah, I'm going to analyze what you just said. Said such a big deal. So you're using such, no, like something that we have practiced. And then you use an idiomatic expression, a big deal, natural, very natural, and idiomatic as well. Then you're using an adverb, no, to emphasize, obviously, I want to be seen. Mhm. And after that, you use a phrasal verb, things that you put on. Excellent. Yeah, this is what I want you to. I want it to be your own critics. Yeah, when you give an answer, and that's why the recordings from the interviews are there in the drives. I don't know if I've given you the drive, but there's no better critic than you. This is the point. I mean, like, this is the way I want you to analyze or critic your own speech. I'm using a phrasal verb. I'm using an adverb to emphasize, obviously, for example, absolutely, completely. No, I'm using idiomatic expressions, a big deal, such a big deal. I'm using so, that, such, that, right? So this is what I want you to judge your speech based on the type of structures that you're using. Yeah, I'm using connectors, although, however, I'm not being repetitive, because when you are or when you sound repetitive, then this could go against you. Yeah, try not to be repetitive, or at least if you're going to repeat, make sure you use different words. No, you rephrase. You don't repeat, you are rephrasing. And this is great because it shows a great command of the language. No, it shows that you can play with the different structures. You say the same, but using different structures, using different vocabulary words, and also using a different type of grammar. Practice this. Yeah, listen to you. There's no better judge than yourself, right? But don't be too critical. Yeah, try to judge yourself with a positive, no, with a positive approach. The idea here is to improve. All right, so this is it. But try to judge your speech based on the structures you use. What structure am I using? No problem if you're making a mistake. They will give you the points for trying, not for being perfect. No, being perfect probably in C2 when you are in advanced high, no, the CPE. But here, it is expected. Yeah, candidates are expected to make some mistakes. You don't have to be perfect to score high. The only one who will score low is the person who doesn't dare to use, no, who doesn't want to take risks. Try to be risk takers, right, and go for it. Number 3, Dalma, number 3 says, do you think that fashion and models can send the wrong message to people about appearances?
Although I think the model's career is really interesting and it has to be respected, I think using the image of only skinny models is the worst thing that society has ever done, because young girls started to compare themselves with other women, and it creates the whole problem of the beauty standards that society has taught us. And so there begins a new problem about self-esteem in young girls.
Yeah, yeah. You just put your finger on one of the most serious issues, no? Yeah, at the school where I teach, we usually touch these topics from the international baccalaureate, and one of them is inner beauty, outer beauty, and then now we have like these eating disorders, the definition of beauty, what is beauty, no, and eating disorders are also mentioned there, no. So yeah, and after this is linked, with what we see on TV, what the press and the media usually promotes. no? And the problem is complex. The problem is complex, no? But congratulations, you're using a variety of adjectives, yeah? From all the structures I mentioned today, remember that adjectives are the parts of a speech that are gonna help you communicate your ideas more effectively. Obviously that adverbs can help, no? Adverbs emphasize, no? When you say, I'm convinced, is different like when you say, I'm absolutely convinced, I'm completely convinced, you emphasize what you say. But adjectives, for sure, will make the variety you need, will give your speech the variety you need. Yeah, so practice, please practice your speaking. We are taking the book again. We are retaking the book, and we will go on with Unit 12. Look at this, Unit 12. And then we will proceed with the last two summative tests. Yeah, quite quickly because time is up. I'm gonna use Spanish. I'm gonna stop recording here. Yeah, stop recording. Yeah.